It's the beauty of the place. It's the beauty of South Korea. Welcome to Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein from South Korea, where the beauty of the place, the splendid culture and history of 5,000 years come here combined with the beauty of landscapes and the modern technology. Welcome to South Korea that makes this important destination a in a lifetime dream destination to visit. Join us on this special edition of Exclusive. Busan, a bustling city of approximately 3.4 million residents, is located on the southeastern tip of the Korean peninsula. The size of Busan is 770.2 square kilometers, which is only 0.8% of the whole landmass of the Korean peninsula. The natural environment of Busan is harmonious relationship between the mountains, the rivers, and the sea. Its geography includes a coastline featuring superb beaches and scenic cliffs, mountains that provide excellent hiking and extraordinary views with hot springs scattered throughout the city. Busan enjoys 4 distinct seasons and a temperate climate that never gets too hot or too cold. Busan is the second largest city in Korea. Its deep harbor and gentle tides have allowed it to grow into the largest container handling port in the country and the 5th largest in the world. The city's natural endowments and the rich history have resulted in Busan's increasing reputation as a world-class city for tourism and culture, and it is also becoming renowned as a hotspot destination for international conventions. Currently, Busan is making a great effort to win the bid for the 2030 World Expo. The World Expo is regarded as one of the 3 major international events of the world, together with the Olympics and the World Cup. If Busan succeeds in its bid to host the registered World Expo in 2030, exhibitions with an emphasis on new technologies of the future, as artificial intelligence and smart airports, as well as seaports, will be presented. And this will create a new opportunity for making leaps forward in all areas of economy, society, and culture. Jagajsi Fish Market is the largest seafood market in South Korea, selling both live and dried seafood. Compared to other fish markets in Korea, this market ranks high in terms of public transport accessibility, the huge varieties of live seafood, nice ambience with the outdoor performances on some days, and also great sea views. We met Ms. So-young Lee, the first president of the Busan Opera Association, a new organization launched ahead of the opening of the Busan Opera House at the end of 2024. She also serves as the director of the Seoul Opera Company. She previously served as the chairman of the Korea Opera Festival Committee, and she's very active in the opera community in both Seoul and Busan. On the sidelines of our visit to South Korea, we're really honored to have with us Ms. So-young Lee, the president of Busan Opera Association. Ms. Lee, thank you so much for joining Nile TV International and Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein. We know that there are lots of cultural activities that are being held by the association, especially at the time of holidays And you have here entertaining and diversified cultures and audiences who are coming to Busan to enjoy from different parts of the world.
이집트 먼 곳에 나일 방송을 통해서
It's also my honor and pleasure to meet you. It's exciting to say hi to people in Egypt through broadcasting.
방송이라는 매체를 통해서 각 먼 거리에 있는 친구들과 이렇게 만날 수 있다니 참 신기하고 놀라운 일이죠. 이런 오늘의 인터뷰를 통해서
In your capacity as the former chairman of the Opera House Committee, definitely there has been a sense of cooperation with Egypt, with the Cairo Opera House. And I know that you got back home here in Korea with lots of lovely memories from Egypt. So tell us about your visit to Egypt and this sense of cooperation with the Cairo Opera House.
카이로 오페라 하우스의 상임지휘자였던 마르첼로 모타델리 씨가 저희 오페라단과 협업을 해서 작업을 했었던
We had a collaboration with orchestra director Marcello Mattadelli from Cairo Opera House for Turandot in 2009. He visited Korea last year as well to conduct Bellini's I Puritani. I myself personally visited Egypt and enjoyed the outdoor performance of Aida in front of Sphinx.
스핑크스 앞에서 아이다 야외 공연을 보기도 했었습니다. 네.
We are anticipating a very interesting and a significant event taking place, the inauguration of the Busan Opera House that is going to take place during the year 2024. That is going to be a huge ceremony where the audiences and world attention are going to be directed to Busan. So tell us more about the preparations for such a beautiful event.
여기 바로 보이는 저곳이 오페라 하우스가 들어설 장소예요.
The site over there is where the Busan Opera House is being built. Busan is a beautiful city and the construction of Busan Opera House is meaningful not just for Busan citizens but for all Koreans. That's because this will be Korea's very first opera house that will do the production as well. Korea has many theaters, but none of them do the production as well. That's why Koreans have high hopes for this new opera house.
오페라에 대한 열망도 굉장히 크고 오페라 극장이 굉장히 많이 있지만 오페라를 직접 제작하게 되는 제작 극장으로서는 처음 부산에 들어서게 되는 거라서
And if we talk about future prospects of cooperation between Cairo Opera House and Busan Opera, what would you say?
부산 오페라 하우스는 특히 세계화를 목표로 하고 있어요. 여기 부산을 보시면 알겠지만 유라시아의 관문이고 여기 아시아와
Busan Opera House aims to be global. The city of Busan has the right location. It's a gateway to the Eurasia continent. I hope we can make further collaboration with Cairo Opera House. I know Aida was created to celebrate the opening of Suez Canal in 1869 and performed in Cairo Opera House in 1871 for the first time. It will be wonderful if we can perform Aida to celebrate the opening of Busan Opera House.
개관 공연이 1800 몇 년도였나요? 1900년도였나요? 그때 베르디의 아이다 공연을 했었었죠. 그것처럼 저희가 또 부산 오페라 하우스의 개관 공연을 카이로 극장과 함께하면 어떨까 하는 기대감을 가져봅니다.
Ms. So-Young Lee, President of the Busan Opera Association, thank you so much for joining us on Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein here on Nile TV International.
감사합니다. 네.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing this beautiful tour in South Korea, and as you've seen, we've visited the Busan Opera Committee and the president of the committee, who narrated more about the stories of success that binds both Egypt and South Korea in the field of culture and soft power. Our tour continues. The National Maritime Museum is a comprehensive venue offering exhibitions on maritime culture, history, ocean life, science, and more. The exterior of the museum was designed to resemble a water droplet and is the third largest museum in Korea. The museum holds over 14,000 historic items and relics that have witnessed the history and are relevant to the future of the ocean life. These are on display in 8 permanent exhibit halls, a special exhibition hall, and a children's exhibition hall. The museum also has a library, aquarium, a grand auditorium, an outdoor performance stage, and a 4D theater for multicultural experiences. We were honored to meet on the sidelines Mr. Park Hong-jun, the 39th mayor of Busan Metropolitan City. We're really honored to be having with us hosting His Excellency Mr. Park Hyung-jun, who is the mayor of Busan Metropolitan City, while we are visiting this beautiful city, which is considered today to be a wonderful tourist attraction. Your Excellency, thank you so much for joining us exclusively on Nile TV International, airing to our viewers around the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Park, if we're going to start about talking in your capacity as the mayor of Busan, what really distinguishes Busan as a wonderful city that we would love to market to the world today, and as definitely a very distinctive tourist attraction?
Good morning, dear Nile TV viewers. I am Park Hyung-jun, the mayor of Busan Metropolitan City. I'm delighted to introduce my city.
It's a beautiful city, and we can see how it combines the splendid beaches, this in addition also to the sightseeing tours, also for tourists around the world. So from Nile TV International, we are inviting Egyptians, and as well as, of course, our viewers around the world to visit Busan, which is really amazing here. You can relax, you can find the facilities, you can like roam around and see the distinctive beaches and have a wonderful tour in the city. I know also that Busan is trying to win the bid for the World Expo, the 2030 World Expo. So I guess that there is a good chance for Busan to be a winner. And in what way, Your Excellency, is the candidacy of Busan quite distinctive and different from other world cities candidates, in your opinion?
Busan is a gateway to Northeast Asia. We have the second busiest port in the Freshman port in the world, and we also have the seventh largest container port in the world. Yeah, so it is a kind of logistics hub in Northeast Asia. And furthermore, the Busan is a leading global business hub. We have the strong financial sector, and we have diverse manufacturing industries. And first of all, I'd like to stress that Busan is international open city, and our citizens have the inclusive mind and open mindset for foreigners and tourists. Yeah. And as you know, international travelers picked Korea as one of the safest countries in the world. So all the travelers, every traveler can enjoy the Busan with the plentiful cultural contents in a safe environment. Yeah. So and we have the goals to make Busan as a global hub city for finance and tourism and logistics, and we have the universal values for new humankind's civilization. The spirit of 2030 Expo will be such a spirit, including the digital transformation and ecological transformation and inclusiveness. Those are our ideas, and those are also the values of and themes of 2030 World Expo. Yeah, so I think that Busan is the most appropriate location for realizing those values for humankind's future.
Your Excellency, it was great seeing you today, and we wish Busan the best of success in the bid. Tonight we are marketing Busan to the whole world with its attractive tourist destinations that we've seen here. And as Your Excellency has mentioned, in the age of digitization, the whole world has come closer and together. So here is an invitation on behalf of Night TV International to our audiences around the world to come here to South Korea and visit this beautiful part, the second largest city, Busan. Enjoy, and we're still continuing our tour here to South Korea on Night TV International. Your Excellency, Mr. Park Hyung-jun, Mayor of Busan Metropolitan City, we thank you so much for joining us on Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein here on Night TV International. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me this excellent opportunity. Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome to the venue of the Busan International Film Festival. And as you can see here in the background, how the kids and the students at the different colleges come here to have a look at the different films that has been into competition at this important and international festival. Let's watch. Busan Cinema Center is a film cultural complex showing performances and films across all genres. The facility is comprised of large and small theaters, Cinematheque, Sky Theater, Indie Plus, as well as 4,000-seat outdoor theater that serves as the venue for the opening and the closing ceremonies of Busan International Film Festival. In 2005, the Busan International Architectural Cultural Festival in South Korea organized a design competition for a new Busan Cinema Center that will be home to the Busan International Film Festival. In its very short history, the building has already won the International Architecture Award, as well as the Guinness World Record for the longest cantilever roof in the world. The team managed to successfully bring to life an architectural vision of a caliber seldom seen off of the drafting board. the second largest city in South Korea, as we continue exclusive with Taghreed Hussein from South Korea. And Busan is well known for the tourism potential, where you can find the beautiful beaches. This is as well as the mountains, the sea, and more. So all the summer potential is here in Busan, and the tourists come here from all over the world in order to enjoy this beautiful atmosphere. Meantime, we are right now at the Sky Observatory, which is like beautiful. Here, as we can spot more than 100 floors, you can see the whole city, the magnificent Busan from above here. So join us on this exclusive and more from Busan Metropolitan City. The newest observatory in Busan, Busan X the Sky, opened in 2020. That brought a lot of buzz to locals and travelers. The second highest building in Korea, towering skyscraper, was opened in summer 2020, offering possibly the best view of Busan. This world-class attraction also features one of the fastest elevators, reaching the 100th floor in just 60 seconds. Exploring Gyeongju from Busan to Gyeongju, which is a coastal city in the far southeastern corner of North Gyeongsang province in South Korea, the second largest city by area in the province. Gyeongju was the capital of the ancient kingdom of Silla that ruled about 2/3 of the Korean peninsula at its height between the 7th and 9th centuries for close to nearly 1,000 years. Later, Silla was a prosperous and wealthy country, and its metropolitan capital of Gyeongju was the 4th largest city in the world. We're still continuing our exclusive visit on Exclusive with Taghreed Hussein to South Korea, and we are right now in Gwangju, and this is a beautiful city. We are having all the honor of interviewing Mr. Park Won-chol, the director of the Cultural and Tourism Bureau. Thank you so much, sir, for joining Nile TV International, talking about Gwangju and the different tourist attractions. Why it's so important, in your opinion, for the cultural tourism of Korea?
Gwangju is a very important city for cultural tourism in Korea. That's because Gwangju is #1 city in Korea in terms of culture, tourism, and history, because Gwangju used to be the capital city of Silla Dynasty 2,000 years ago, and it was the capital city for the dynasty for 1,000 years. So that's very important. Also, it's very significant because this is the country, Silla is the country which unified the 3 kingdoms at that time. And also the city of Gwangju is the starting point of the Silk Road, and we still can see a lot of cultural heritages around the city, and so people call the city of Gwangju Roofless Museum.
A vast number of archaeological sites and cultural properties from this period remain in the city. Gyeongju is often referred to as the museum without walls. Temples, historic areas, and folk villages are designated here as World Heritage Sites by UNESCO. The many major historical sites have helped Gyeongju become one of the most popular tourist destinations in South Korea. We've seen the significance of the city. How do you see the top tourist attractions here? And what would you recommend, like places you recommend to Egyptian visitors wish to come here, and also to our viewers all around the world?
The city of Gyeongju is designated as a city of cultural heritage designated by UNESCO. This city is very significant because it combines all the cultures. First of all, it has the cultural heritage of Buddhism. And second of all, you can see all the ancient cultural heritage from the ancient countries, ancient kingdoms. And third of all, you can see the Confucianism from the Joseon dynasty, another dynasty in Korea. And so what I like to recommend to you, to the viewers, is that Seokgul-am and Julguksa, these are Buddhist temples and the big statue of Buddha, and that is for the Buddhism culture. And also we have this Yangdong village, that's where you can see the cultural heritage of the Joseon dynasty. And also the entire city of Gyeongju can be called as the big cultural heritage, because you can see all those cultural aspects throughout the city.
Gyeongju National Museum houses numerous historical and cultural artifacts of the Silla dynasty from 57 BC to 935 AD. It's a place where you can appreciate the significance of this ancient city in one fell swoop. The main archaeological hall has dazzling displays of jewelry, weaponry, and other ceremonial items from the Silla dynasty, including a 5th century gold crown that looks like something from the Game of Thrones. The museum is located immediately adjacent to the Royal Tomb Complex. The tomb complex is in fact an artwork very distinctive, considered highly valuable, as it is Korea's first artwork to be excavated from an ancient tomb. Gyeongju historic areas contain a remarkable concentration of outstanding examples of Korean Buddhist art in the form of sculptures, reliefs, and the remains of temples and palaces from the flowering, in particular between the 7th and 10th centuries, of this form of unique artistic expression. monuments here are of exceptional significance in the development of Buddhist and secular architecture in Korea. Knowing more and talking more with you, Mr. Park, we learned that there is a sense of cooperation between Luxor City in Egypt. As you know, Luxor is an open-air museum with international visitors coming from all over the world, and Gwangju. So what sort of cooperation, what are the future prospects of cooperation between the two distinctive touristic cities?
Actually, Gyeongju and Luxor had this partnership in March 2019 because two cities have a lot in common, like both are ancient, both have ancient history, and both are big cities of ancient history, and also they have a lot in common in terms of the cultural traits. So, but unfortunately, right after that, we had the pandemic, COVID-19. So we haven't had that many activities for the cultural exchanges. However, I hope that, I mean, a lot of Korean people have visited Luxor, the city, and I hope a lot of Egyptian people will visit Gyeongju, this city. And I also wish Nile TV International will do a lot of promotion.
That's great, and we're really looking further to future prospects of cooperation between Egypt and South Korea, especially in the field of culture and tourism. Mr. Park Won-chul, the director of the Cultural and Tourism Bureau, thank you so much for being with us, and we are looking forward to seeing the fascinating, beautiful touristic attractions and also the temples here that make it really once in a worthwhile visit to South Korea. Thank you so much for being with us.
감사합니다.
Thank you. It's the splendid culture and history, and also cinema and arts. You can find here more than one entertainment venue. This in addition to different cultural centers that are spreading enlightenment and culture and also history, messages and traditions to the whole world.